Hi, good morning guys and welcome. How are you? My name is Sandra. My channel is called Sussex Sandra and welcome. Right, this morning I'm doing a foundation first impression and wear test. As per usual, I think a lot of us did this just after Christmas. There's loads of sales on. So I wandered onto Beauty Bay to see what was there. Not many things actually caught my eye. I picked up a couple of lipsticks and I also picked up a couple of foundation sticks. Now, I've had mixed success with foundation sticks. If you look in my foundation playlist, you'll see I've tried foundation sticks from Iman, Anastasia, Beverly Hills, Hourglass, Revolution Beauty. I'm trying to think who else I've tried. So I've tried a few. Iman foundation stick looked really great when I put it on initially, but as per usual with my oily skin it started to melt and separate and do all that kind of thing, but it did look good initially. So it's one of those foundations, if you've got dry, normal, even combination skin, the Iman foundation stick's going to look really good, and that was like medium to full coverage. The Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick, that was advertised as suitable for people with combination oily skin. The colour was okay. I think I went a little bit too light. I think I could have got a darker shade in my Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It performed okay, but it wasn't as good as I'd expect it to be, considering it's Anastasia Beverly Hills and it's advertised as something for combination oily skin. It wasn't that great. The Hourglass ones, which was called the Vanish Seamless stick, I think it was called, that performed the best of all. So it did really well. It was the most expensive one of all of them. Surprise, surprise, it is Hourglass after all. So of all the foundation sticks, that was definitely the best one. And I'd say the worst one was the Revolution Beauty Fast Stick, I think it was called. Today I'm doing one I found on Beauty Bay, as I mentioned, and it is called, let's get the right name, it's from a brand called OPV. So OPV, it'll be written on the screen above. It's a OPV Beauty Stick Foundation. The normal price for it is £12.75. On their own website it's on sale at £9, but on Beauty Bay it's on at £3.83. £3.83, and the price is, it's still at that price. They've got 15 shades, kind of, it's not the best shade range. So they've got a fair shade, they've got a light shade, they've got a medium, they've got, I'd say, a couple of light shades, only one fair shade I would say, which is called light. They've got medium fair, they've got almond, oh that's a bit weird link, they've got chestnut, nude, which is again I would say in the light range, they've got hazel, which is more in the tan range. What's the other one? Warm caramel, it's more if you've got mixed ethnicity or olive tone skin I would say. Chocolate, they've got a cool latte, which is going towards the dark skin range. They have Ebony, which is one I definitely bought today, and then they've got some shades here that aren't available. So what haven't they got available? They haven't got available at the moment, let's have a look. They haven't got available fair, they haven't got cool tan, they haven't got melted chocolate, they haven't got latte, and they haven't got hot cocoa. So the two shades I bought were, what have we got here? We have hot cocoa, so I obviously bought one of the last ones of those, and I bought Ebony. So this is what it looks like, so they're like that. So that's what they look like, that's the casing. It's a sort of standard size. What weight is it? Oh god, here we go again. It is, I think that says 7 grams. I'll put the proper details down below because you know I can't read the small print. 7 grams, I think that says. Let me see if it says it on the website. No, so the weight is 9 grams. So that again is it's a decent amount for a foundation stick. And they describe it as a natural matte foundation stick, so that's why I went for it. Super smooth and effortlessly blendable OPV stick foundation provides flawless coverage, staying in place all day long. Available in a variety of different shades, this travel-friendly foundation is perfect for on-the-go application, and it's beauty editor approved. Okay, so there you go. And they said basically apply directly from the stick over the cheekbones, the bridge of the nose and the jawline. Blend until desired look is achieved. Right, so there you go. So as I said, I've got the 2 shades here. I've already prepped my face, so I've already double primed. If I tell you the primer I put on. The first primer I put on all over my face, which I've been really getting along with, is this one from Touch Sol No Problem Priming Water. So I've put that all over my face. I got this in one of my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, I believe. So that's one of the good things I've got from Ipsy. And my usual, my die-hard foundation is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. And I put that on my forehead here, my nose and my upper cheeks area. So as you can see, my face is looking rather lovely and dry and matte, which is just how I like it. I'm going to just put a little bit of colour corrector on first before I put the foundation on. Or should I test the foundation shade first? Let me test the foundation shades first, because I don't know which one's going to be right for me. So I'm going to try the hot chocolate first. So this is what it looks like. This is how much you get. Let's bring it right up so you can see. So that's how much you get. So I'm going to put the hot, is it hot chocolate? Sorry, hot cocoa, let's get that right. So this is hot cocoa, let's put that on. Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Hot cocoa. So I don't know if this foundation, yeah, that looks alright actually. I don't know if this foundation will oxidize, so get darker as my oils start to come through, or not. So that's going to be all the things I'll be looking at to see how this foundation gets on. This shade I'm putting on now is Ebony. Let's put that on. Oh. Well, the Ebony actually looks like my skin colour. But I'm actually wondering if it's got a bit of a grey undertone. Oh, I don't know what to do here, guys. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix the 2 colours. Because I like the warmth of the hot cocoa, but this Ebony looks like my skin colour, but I'm wondering if it's a little bit dull. Okay, you're probably all saying, do this, do that, but I'm not sure. So I'm actually going to leave that as it is, and then I'm just going to mix the 2 shades up. But before I do that, I'm just going to put a little bit of colour corrector. This colour corrector, I got this from one of my friends online. Her name is Monique. Her channel is called Dutch Monique. She sent me this for Christmas, and I've actually been using the colour corrector one. I really like it, so I'm just going to put some of that on under my eyes, and then I'm going to apply the foundation. Let's get the right brush for that. So just put a little bit of this on, just under my eyes. My daughter's re-sitting an exam today, so we've been doing a lot of mindfulness and just de-stressing exercises. So she's off. She's probably an hour in the exam already, so just hoping it's all going all right. I know it sounds terrible. I'm kind of waiting for a call from the college to say she's having a panic attack, but so far so good, so hopefully she's all right. All right, let's put this on. So I'm going to do a mixture of the 2 shades and hope for the best. All right, so let's do... This Ebony colour is literally my skin colour. So I'm just doing it like that, and I'm just going to put a little bit... I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here, guys, so please don't criticise because I haven't got a clue. And I'm going to put this hot cocoa colour as well, just to add a little bit of warmth. Okay. Then I'm just going to use... I'm not going to use a sponge because I tend to find with foundation sticks a brush works best. So I'm just going to use my NYX multi-purpose brush here. You can get this from NYX. I think you can get it from Boots as well. It costs about... I can't remember how much it costs. Can't remember how much it costs. It's the number 3 brush. I think it's about £13–14. I'll put the correct price down below, but I love this brush. Right, actually I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray this with a little bit of setting spray. So let's use this one. This is one I got in my BoxyCharm in December. Just spray it, just to add a little bit of warmth, a little moisture to the brush to help the stick to move. And let's go. Right, it's blending out nicely, so that's all good. Oh, God, it's literally my skin colour. Right, how's that looking? That's looking like quite a light coverage. I'm wondering if I should use a paddle brush or maybe I should use a sponge. Let me change it up a bit. This is a brush I got in, was it Ipsy? Is that for Ipsy or BoxyCharm? These are very similar to the paddle brushes that were really fashionable about a couple of years ago. So I'm going to try it with these because that's what, when I've used stick foundations before, I've used one of those oval sort of paddle brushes. So I'm going to try it with this, see if I can build up the coverage a bit. Right, so here we go. I hope I don't regret putting this much on. I probably will. Right, let's go again. Well, I must say I'm going to bring you in so you can see for yourself. So I must say that it's given me a very natural matte finish. It looks very, very skin-like. I'd say the coverage is medium. I can still see my skin poking through here, but my skin does look more finished. It just looks like I've got kind of nice skin. You can still see, you can still see my skin poking through here. I think that's the only thing, and I'm used to having a bit more coverage. This is very much a light medium coverage. Should I put more on, or am I really pushing it if I do? It's just that I'm used to a better coverage than this when I go to work. I'm going to put some more on. I know I'm going to regret this. It is only £3.83 after all. I'm so going to regret this because I'm putting it on in the areas where I get most oily. And I'm going to be doing inspections later on as well. A couple of kitchens. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I think that looks all right now. So let me give you the time. It's a late start for me today, so let's have a look. It's 10:24. Let me show you my clock app. Right, so it's 10:24. Yeah. So let's call it, should we call it 10:30? We'll call it 10:30 application. I'm not going to be out that late today, so I should be home at a decent time. It's my daughter's birthday today as well. It's like, yay, 19. I've got a 19-year-old. Oh, thank you to all of you who sent her gifts. She's so appreciated it. I mean, she left a happy bunny today actually, which is really good. So anyway, I'm glad that her exam is on the same day as her birthday because she's in a nice mood. She's feeling good. I mean, she's obviously going to feel nervous and quite anxious when she sits in the exam hall. That's normal. Just that her anxiety kind of ramps up. If you can just ramp up someone's anxiety by 3, that's where my daughter's normal anxiety levels are. So she is going to be a little bit anxious, but she's prepared. She's had a lot of coaching and tutoring, so hopefully she's all right. I'm just going to finish the rest of my makeup, set my face, and I'll come back and show you the finished look at the end. All right? See you in a bit. Okay, this is my finished face. How's it looking? Yeah, I think the highlighter might be a little bit strong today. The highlighter I used today was the Cracked Makeup Geek highlighter I got in my November Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. You know the foundation I'm wearing, it's the OPV Beauty Stick in mixed shades, Hot Cocoa and Ebony. Lipstick I'm wearing is the one from Yoma Beauty in shade, I don't know because I can't read it, in shade Miriam. That's the shade here. This is one of the shades I received from one of you guys, a subscriber, Laura Patel. So thank you for that. The eyeshadow palette I'm wearing is also something I received from one of you guys. This is from Monique, Dutch Monique. She's got her own channel, and she sent me this for Christmas. So it's this one. I'm wearing that today. And obviously the colour corrector I'm wearing is from her as well. The bronzer I'm wearing is from my Cover Effects, and the blush I'm wearing from that as well. I mean, there really isn't much left of this palette. You can see where the bronzers kind of hit pan. So that's what I'm wearing. I think that's it, isn't it? Lip liner is my usual lip liner. Mascara is from Tarte, sort of Sex Kitten mascara. My brows are also from Tarte. Where is it? It's the, I can't remember what to call it. I think it's called Busy Gal Brow Gel. It's this. I'm wearing that today. Setting sprays. I've got two setting sprays on here. I've got the, this one I got from the BoxyCharm, December's one. This Para Up Dual Setting Spray, and I'm also wearing the Morphe Continuing Setting Mist as well. So I'm wearing those two. Setting powders. I've got two on. Under my eye setting powder, I've got this NYX Can't Stop What Won't Stop yellow powder, and all over face one is the literally the remains of this Becca Hydra Mist Hydra Mist setting powder in golden bronze. Got that in the BoxyCharm as well. So BoxyCharm kind of provides a lot of my stuff which I wear. So yeah, there we go. So that's how this is all looking. You've got the time of application. We're calling it 10:30. I'll be back today no later than 6 o'clock, I think. So we're going to get, well, we're going to get about 7 hours wear at least, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. But £3.83 foundation, you know the price is going to be a 10 out of 10 already, don't we? Alright guys, I'll see you later. I'll let you know how I get along, and if I can, I'll try and do a halfway point review to see how we're getting on with the whole makeup thing. Alright, see you later. Take care. Bye. Hi, good evening and welcome back. Rather long day, longer than I expected today actually. Time now, I'm just going to bring my clock app up. Let's get it up. It is now, it's just coming up to 10 to 7. So I've had this foundation on since what, 10:20, what's that? So that's 8, ooh, about 8.5 hours near enough I've had this foundation on for. So yeah, I did longer than I expected. So shall I give you my final thoughts on how I felt this foundation performed today? Considering that it has been sort of 8 hours plus I've been wearing it, this foundation hasn't done too bad. Yes, I know I look an oily mess now, but I haven't blotted. I haven't blotted once today because I literally just haven't had time at all to blot. So considering, this isn't bad. This is not bad at all. So before I blot, let's just go through the things that the website says about it. I bought the foundation from Beauty Bay and it cost £3.83 on Beauty Bay. I bought two shades, Hot Chocolate and what's the other shade I bought? Ebony. So they're the two shades I purchased. On opvbeauty.com, the foundation costs, how much they're selling it for? They're selling it for £9, and that's reduced from the original price of £15. They describe the foundation as drying to a natural matte finish. Yes, it did. You saw how it applied. It applied very natural matte, very skin-like finish. Completely. They say stick foundation is a multitasking cover-up that can be used as a light tinted moisturizer or an effective full coverage foundation. Don't know about the full coverage thing, because you saw how many times I reapplied it. I think I applied it probably about 3 times, maybe up to 4 times, and I think the best coverage I got was a decentish medium coverage. You could still see my skin poking through all of that. So I don't know about the full coverage. Depends on what what they're called, full coverage, but to me full coverage is where you can't see any of the original skin underneath. It's just complete cover that face, can't see nothing, can't see any of the original stuff going on underneath at all. So to me, this foundation, I mean, I tried to build it up and I didn't want to go too much because I didn't know how it was going to feel. I didn't want a cakey feel at all, and I was scared of that. So I reapplied a good 4 or 5 times. So I'm not sure about that whole full coverage thing there. They say it blends effortlessly and you can wear it as desired to conceal, even and enhance the complexion. Yes, it gave a very much a very skin-like finish, really blended out easily. I mean, you saw how it blended out. I didn't apply it with a sponge, I used a brush. So I used a traditional sponge first of all, and I applied it on, and it literally just looked like I had nothing on at all. So I went in, I applied some more on, did the same kind of method of applying, so just blending it out, and again a little bit more coverage but not much, still very much a natural finish, not enough coverage for me to be confident enough to walk out the door. I think I noticed the difference when I used a more dense style brush. I'll show you the brush I used. This is one I got from either Ipsy or BoxyCharm. I can't remember which one I got this from, but it was a very dense, very much almost similar style, almost very much similar to the paddle style brush. And it's only when I dabbed it on, that's when I started to see more coverage. That seems to be the thing. Don't know what it will be like with a sponge, but I noticed with most beauty sponges they tend to shear foundations up. They're not normally very good at building up, and I tend to find with stick foundations, sponges aren't the way to go, brushes are the way to go. So it seems like with a stick foundation, something very dense like this, and then dabbing it on rather than blending it out is the way to go. I think after 8 hours it has done very well. Yes, my oils have broken through, but transfer, very minimal transfer, because I went out and did inspections today, and when I do food hygiene inspections I have to wear a white hat. So the first inspection I did, I wasn't oily as yet, maybe because it was cold, it's windy, it's rainy, so don't know why, but there wasn't any transfer. But by the time I did the second inspection, sort of like 2.5 hours later, there was some transfer on my rim of the hat, but again not unexpected because my oils were breaking through at that point. So there was some transfer, and you can probably see where the foundation has kind of melted a little bit away on my forehead and so on. So that's something to think about if you've got oily skin like myself, that eventually when your oils break through you're going to get transfer, and you may start getting some separation of the foundation on your face. So that's not bad. So we've got oil, we've got transfer. The price is fantastic. I mean, £3.83 is fantastic, especially at this price. So 10 out of 10 for the price there. I've got no complaints there at all. Shade range, it's not brilliant. It's an okay shade range. There's a little bit there for someone who's light, there's a little bit there for someone who's fair, there's a little bit there for medium, a little bit there for tan, and a little bit there for dark, you know, but it's not like a full breadth. They've got some undertones covered, so you might get the odd neutral, you'll get sort of pinky undertones, you know, there's a few undertones covered there. So they've done all right for a cheap foundation. They've done all right for undertones, but again 15 shades is not going to give you a full range, especially when we're so used to seeing like 30, 40, 50, 60 shades in foundation ranges now. But it's all right, it's okay. Again, cheap foundation, it's not bad. So we've done the price, we've done the oil, we've done transfer, we've done performance. Well, the performance, as I said, I think it's done really well, because you can still see there the highlights kind of kicking up on my cheeks there. Is that highlighter or is that oil? But you can still see, I think what's the best thing for me to do is to blot. So I'm just going to use my Tarte Blot Party, see if we can just do a little bit of blotting going on here. Okay, so I've blotted my face a bit, so it's taken down some of the shine. So I think you can see more clearly now where the foundation has faded. But admittedly, there wasn't that much coverage right at the beginning anyway. But you can see on my upper cheeks here, again, the oily areas. So this area here, down my nose, side of my nose, there, upper cheeks, you can see the foundation has faded along those areas there. So it's expected. 8 hours of wear. I'm a very oily skinned person. I didn't blot during the day. I didn't get full coverage at the start of the day. I only got I would say light to medium coverage. So I think this foundation performed a lot better than I expected. I did take a risk in buying this because I didn't know what it was going to be like, but it performed a lot better than I expected. Price was good. It's faded. Yes, it's definitely faded in places. Separated particularly around these areas up here where where my hat caught it in other places, or maybe where I've just touched my face during the day, because I'm very much a toucher. I'm always touching my face and stuff, so probably in the areas where I touch my face, it's probably where it's more faded in those areas. So oil control, it wasn't too bad, considering it was a cold winter's day. It wasn't too bad, but oil did break through, but it took a while. It took I'm trying to think. So I put this on about 10:20. By the time I did the first inspection, it was about 1:30. So I would say about 3:30 the oils would definitely start to show through. So what was that? That's 5 hours, isn't it? So that's expected. That's all right, actually. That's not bad at all. Again, I'm a very oily skinned person. If you want to really know how oily I am, look at some of my summer foundation reviews, and you can really see how oily I am in some of those videos after a day of wearing a foundation. So overall, I would say this foundation, if I was going to mark it out of 10 as an overall foundation, I would give this, considering everything, price and everything, the current price and everything, I would say I'd give this a 7 out of 10. It's not bad at all. Not giving it top marks because I like more full coverage, definitely. Don't think the shade range is broad enough. The price, the normal price for it is £15, £12 to £15, depending on where you buy it from. Obviously, I got it at this really cheap price of £3.83. But if I'm basing it on what the normal price is, £12 to £15, ooh, I could get something like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop for that kind of money. I'd rather buy that, or spend a few more pounds and buy the Amman foundation stick. I'd rather spend a bit more money and buy one of those than buy this. So it's one of those. But at this price point, it's getting a good score. So I've taken the price now and the price what it will be when it goes back to its normal price. I've taken that into consideration and sort of said, okay, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 for that. And the thing I really want to give is credit for, the two colours blended out, they were really skin-like finish. Both of the colours, the hot cocoa and the ebony, both of those worked well into my skin. But again, I don't know if that's because it's light coverage, so I wasn't getting the full impact of what the colours would be like. But the two colours mixed together, because at that price I could buy the two of them, worked perfectly for me. Actually, a perfect skin match for me. So I'm more than happy to use these two foundations as a quick put a quick face on and out the door kind of foundations. £3.83, guys. Beauty Bay. It's worthwhile doing, I would say. But again, you let me know what you think. It's my first foundation review of 2020. Let me know what you think. I do intend, I know I've been really slow at doing this, I do intend of doing a review of the foundations that I tried in 2019. I'm hoping that I can get my act together for the weekends. Just that I know I've got stuff going on Saturday. Not quite sure what's happening on Sunday as yet, but because it's my daughter's birthday today, there's going to be some celebrations going on over the weekend. So I'm really hoping that I can get my act together and find a couple of hours to film the video and get the editing done. Cross fingers. But I do intend on doing a review of my foundations of 2019. Right, and before I go, just to remind you, I've still got my 3,000 subscriber giveaway going. I think at the moment I'm on 2,600, so I'm creeping up slowly, but you know, when I do hit 3,000, I'm giving away a Cult Beauty starter kit box. Value of that was £30, so I did do a video on that. I'll put that up here so you can see what the contents is. So once I hit 3,000, I'll be picking out one of my subscribers. One of you will be getting that box, and I usually do put a few extra things inside the box as well. Alright guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know what you think about this foundation, but I'll put the links down below in the description box of where you can find the foundation. So Beauty Bay and opvbeauty.com. They're the two places. Really cheap price. Currently £3.83, and that's as of today, 14th of January 2020. So hey, it's worth giving it a go if you want to try out a new foundation. Alright, I'm going now. Take care guys. Thanks very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.